3, that is. And you may notice from my roster off on the left-hand side, I've got Phoenix, Ghost Rider, and Wolverine going into this arcade mode. And I don't know if you guys have been watching the internet lately, but we seem to have the entire launch roster for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite leaked for us to see. And none of the guys I'm playing as are going to be available in at least the base version of that game, which is kind of terrible. I'm trying to keep an open mind about the next Marvel vs. Capcom installment. They told us a long time ago that it's not going to be an MCU-driven game on the Marvel side of things, but based on the leaked roster that we've seen now from Ryce, the same guy who leaked that Infinite was even happening, it looks like, no, it is in fact going to be comic book versions of characters who do happen to be running the MCU right now. So maybe we'll get some more characters, classic characters, or even new characters through DLC, but yeah, from what we've seen so far, Iron Man, Captain America, basically anybody who's in the MCU, Hawkeye, Hulk, they're all expected to get characters. Interestingly, nothing for Scarlet Witch, but then we're also seeing that Spider-Man's going to be back, and Captain Marvel, of course, is a new character for the Marvel side. We know that from the first trailer reveal, but Rocket's going to be in the game, potentially paired up with Groot this time. And Gamora is going to be playable, which is not the next Guardian I would have expected to see playable in a Marvel vs. Capcom game. I'm kind of surprised Star-Lord didn't get roster in the new game. But yeah, we're not seeing any X-Men, which many people expected, but we were really hoping we were wrong about. And based on what the roster of the game looks like, I think it's at 28 characters now. You can find this list online. It really seems like Capcom maybe announced the game too soon. I think if we look at the playable character models, there's at most 8 brand new characters to the game in the new game that's coming out. And I wonder if Capcom had just waited a year to announce the game, if they could have fit more characters into the game, more original characters and not just copy and paste characters from Marvel 3. So yeah, I guess I'm playing these characters in honor of the leaked list and my disappointment, but I do enjoy this game very much, so I'm still going to be picking up Infinite. But I figured, why not go ahead and share my thoughts about the list while I play the game tonight. So if you guys pop in and ask me any questions, we can go ahead and talk about that. But in the meantime, I'm playing as Ghost Rider in my favorite costume. This is the Fantastic Four costume. Now, I don't know that it's super comic accurate. I don't remember seeing this particular Ghost Rider costume in the comics at all. But Ghost Rider, of course, was a member of the new Fantastic Four for a brief period in the 90s, along with Wolverine, who's also on this team. But I just really like this look of the character. It's a nice nod to the actual comic book stories. And Ghost Rider in general is a fun character to play. He's really good at zoning. I'm hoping we get Ghost Rider via DLC. He did just show up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last year. You'd think there would be some sort of push to put him in the game. But I don't know. Maybe E3 will tell all. But I just think he's fun. I've also got the Weapon X costume on Wolverine. That's my favorite look for the character in this game. If we do get Wolverine in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I hope to see that costume back. Jean, you'll notice, is playing in her 90s era costume. Now, Jean currently isn't confirmed, announced, or hinted at all for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I honestly don't expect her to be in the game at all, as she works best in a 3v3 fighter. If you guys aren't familiar with Jean, any meter, make sure you've got a level 5, and then when Jean goes down in battle, she comes back as Dark Phoenix. And if we're dealing with a 2v2 fighter, there's not as much opportunity, I don't think, for 5 meters to build up the same way they would in a 3v3 fighter. The matches just don't last quite as long, or I'm not expecting them to. I guess we'll have to see once gameplay footage, real gameplay footage, is finally revealed at E3 in just a couple of weeks. I think E3 is around June 15th. Pretty late, actually, this year. Usually, my wedding anniversary is on June 7th, and usually E3 tends to fall within the days that I celebrate my anniversary, so I'm surprised it's about a week or so later than normal this year. Maybe it has something to do with the convention center they're using, who knows. But now I'm playing against Tron Bonne, another character who has not been, based on the leak list, has not yet been confirmed for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is kind of a bummer. She's a bit of a legacy character. I think her first appearance was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but, you know, it's nice to have representation from Mega Man Legends in the series. Sentinel has not yet been confirmed, but I fully expect Sentinel to be a DLC character at some point. He's just too popular in the tournament scene to not be in the game at some point. Same goes for Wolverine. I fully expect him to be DLC at some point. It's just a shame he's not in the base roster based on that leaked list. Jill is another character I'm fighting right now. She's not in the base roster for the game. Looks like we're getting Chris Redfield to represent Resident Evil, and Nemesis, but no Jill, which is a bit confusing, and no Wesker, which is equally confusing. He's big in the tournament scene. So, I'm curious how much corporate politics is at play in the potential roster for Infinite. And I see I've got a couple of guys watching. Who's joining me tonight?
Get ready to brawl. Fight! First attack to me.
Doctor Strange is, of course, new to Marvel, or Ultimate to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because they at some point planned to make a movie. They didn't know how long it would be. It ended up being like 5 years after this game came out. But he is on the base roster based on the leaked list for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is fine. Just some guy. Hey, Greg. And Forgotten Tactic, thanks for joining me. Don't think I'm going to need to hold out for Dark Phoenix, so let's start using some super flashy ultra moves. Oh, it knocked me out of it. So are you guys familiar with the leaked list for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
You win! If you can't handle Loki, I will.
As I was explaining earlier, I'm kind of protesting the leaked roster by playing characters that we basically know for sure at this point will not be in the game, at least not before DLC is considered.
Truth and nothing but the truth.
Favorite comic TV shows? Well, let's start with animation. Obviously, the 90s X-Men animated series is highly influential on my interest in comics to begin with. I also enjoyed, despite its cheesiness, the 90s Iron Man cartoon, and especially the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, and of course Batman the Animated Series. Of course, those are all mostly popular picks as it is. But for live action, I've got a fondness for Smallville. I watched that for all 10 seasons. I really enjoy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and CW Flash and Arrow when I can get around to watching it. And shamefully, I'm spending too much time talking, not paying attention to the battle. Shamefully, I have not yet watched Legion, so I can't consider myself a real X-Men fan anymore until I give that show a shot. What are your favorites, Forgotten Tactic? Oh, and I gotta throw X-Men Evolution in there. Despite the off-putting change to the X-Men status quo, I came to really enjoy that cartoon. A lot more than I enjoyed Wolverine and the X-Men, I'm sorry to say. Alright. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and show off, Dante. See if we can salvage this train wreck. Yeah. I still have all three guys. Come on, X Factor, hang out there. Oh no. By the way, talking about favorite comic shows, the voice for Phoenix Wright in this game is the same guy, Sam Riegel, I think is his name. Same guy who voiced Donatello in the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon, which is kind of fun.
Wow, looks like I won the case, Maya.
Continue.
Okay, so that was a bit pitiful. Let's get back in here and play for real. Oh, of course, Spectacular Spider-Man and Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Both great choices. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll get Ryu back in here. But I'm still going to keep Ghost Rider. And let's go ahead and throw in Wolverine, because I love that Weapon X costume. I don't know, man. Maybe X-Men Evolution just hit me at the right time. I was actually in high school as the show was on the air, so I kind of enjoyed that about it.
Get ready to brawl. Fight!
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow. Good point, Greg. Or thanks for reminding me, rather. I watched a lot of Season 1, but I have no interest to go back and see anymore. I don't know why. There we go. Got a bit of a happy birthday there. Start getting some air combos going. Oh no. Shinko, another character not confirmed, along with Phoenix Wright for the next game. Alright, come on. You can tell I've been playing a lot of Injustice lately. Okay. There we go. Getting back into it. Come on, Dante. Dante does appear to be confirmed for the new game, based on the rumor. Or the leak list, rather. But one thing about the rumored leak list so far is there don't appear to be a lot in the way of fun characters, I guess. Kind of like Phoenix Wright or like MODOK. Very curious about that.
You win! Get out of here. We're done.
Yeah, the problem with Spectacular Spider-Man getting renewed is that it was produced by Sony, and when Sony lost the TV rights to Spider-Man, Marvel opted to just start a new show altogether instead of continuing with what they had already been doing. So, despite the far superior quality of Spectacular Spider-Man to Ultimate Spider-Man, well, we got Ultimate Spider-Man. So yeah, had no chance, unfortunately. And the same story for Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Jeff Loeb decided to just cancel the show and produce Avengers completely in-house with the same animation team that worked on Ultimate Spider-Man. So the show was just canceled for, frankly, corporate politics and no other good reason. Never stood a chance. X-Men will be in the new what? Are you referring to the new Spider-Man cartoon that's coming? Because I... Oh yeah, the Marvel vs. Capcom situation is definitely tragic. I heard about the Deadpool cartoon. I know there was a rumor about an X-Men cartoon, but I've not heard anything official, and I'd honestly be very surprised if they did that. But if they did that, that almost... I mean, that's got to be like the biggest bit of proof yet that we have that Fox has the rights to the Fantastic Four, or rather, Marvel Studios has the film rights to the Fantastic Four back cartoon this whole time. They've just chosen not to.
Be grateful I don't get your soul as a prize.
Here we go. The final battle.
Amount of training can prepare you for Galactus.
Show me your strength.
The battle for Earth. Get ready to brawl. Fight!
But I'm very curious if you did hear about a new X-Men cartoon, where you heard about it. Am I okay with the leaked roster? No, I've got quite mixed feelings about it. I'm glad we're getting a new game, but it seems like Capcom's potentially saving money by recycling a bunch of characters instead of giving Infinite rather, the proper development time it needs to have as many characters as it should have at launch. So I'm happy I know about a new game and that it's coming this year, but I'm kind of sad that I know about a new game because I feel like it could have been so much more. If that list is in fact correct. And part of the reason I'm playing Ghost Rider tonight is as my little protest to the fact that he's missing from the new game seemingly. Alright, let's get in there. I'll still play Infinite, don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to actually playing it. I just wish the roster selection was a bit more diverse than it is. Even from the Capcom side, it's kind of weak. Like, where's Wesker? Or Zero? I mean, if X is going to be in the game, you'd think they'd have Zero so you could do a Mega Man tag team. Liam, a NeoGaf user, I believe it's NeoGaf, user that goes by the name Ryce, who is a reliable source for fighting game info these days, leaked a list that basically announced all 28 characters that will be playable at launch for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And basically a bunch of safe characters are on the list. Okay. So close to finishing. We'll do it one more time.
Your planet will provide me with...
But yeah, if you look up Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite leaked list, and look for the list that's been posted by a user named Ryce. Ryce is the same guy who revealed the coming of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and his information's been pretty good lately. He's kind of like, I think it was Lupinko who was revealing information about Marvel 3 all those years ago. So, he's our new main source. So far we have nothing. Capcom's done no damage control, so we have no reason to believe this leak isn't true. But we'll have to wait for E3, which I believe is around June 15th this year. And since the game comes out in September, I would expect a near complete roster reveal at E3 this year. They'll probably save something for San Diego Comic-Con, but that'll be like their last chance to really reveal stuff. Okay. That was a bit cheap, but at least they're down. Here we go. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Get him, Wolverine. Snap back. Uh-oh, he's gonna... No, thought he was gonna do a snapback. Let's just keep the finishers going. Did I completely miss that? I think I did. Ryu's down. One hit and he's dead, though. Ghost Rider gets the kill. The Marvel ones are basically the safest roster you can guess. Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Gamora, Rocket, Groot, Ultron. There's not even a Loki. So basically, if they're in the MCU, they're in the game. My ideal Sinister Six roster. Oh man. Well, Mysterio for sure. Sandman, Vulture, Shocker. It's going to sound a lot like the 90s animated series. How many am I at? It's at 4 or 5? Kraven's cool, but I don't think he needs to be part of the Sinister Six. Scorpion, if I didn't say that. Rhino, of course. I think I got 6 in there. Alright, we'll go ahead and skip the rest of these credits.
Thank you for playing. A new title has been unlocked.
Well, it's too bad I don't have PlayStation Plus activated at the moment. We could do some Heroes and Heralds. Let's just do another round of arcade. You guys have any requests that you want to see me play as?
Welcome to the world of Marvel vs.
Well,
Capcom
thanks anyway,
3.
Greg.
The world's greatest heroes are all here. Lay claim to your glorious victory. Chun-Li.
I haven't played Super Skrull in a while. Let me throw him on my team.
Super Skrull.
And who else do we want? Spidey. Oh my god. I am terrible with Spidey, but I'll go ahead and pick him for you.
Spider-Man. You've got the power.
And Spider-Man's confirmed for Infinite, it seems.
Asgard. There can be only one winner.
I'll bet if the X-Men are DLC, we're looking at just Wolverine, Magneto, and Storm, and Sentinel. No Phoenix, and the Fantastic thing picked. Sorry to say. I mean, maybe we'll get Human Torch, but I really don't think we'll see any actual members of the Fantastic Four.
Advancing guard. Danger. Level down.
Although I would like to see Super Skrull return. I mean, he's basically the entire Fantastic Four in one character, but I suspect he won't be returning, even via DLC. Yeah, I would like to see Daredevil too, and the fact that none of the Netflix heroes are part of the original roster, or the launch lineup rather, makes me wonder if at some point Capcom's going to try to do like a Netflix Defenders type DLC, and maybe we'll get Daredevil and Iron Fist, because Iron Fist especially would just be a copy and paste for him, and maybe they'll even throw Luke Cage in there. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see what the DLC release schedule is like, because for every Marvel character, they're going to have to do another Capcom. So does that mean we'll get character packs that are, 4 characters, 2 Marvel, 2 Capcom, or how exactly is that going to work?
You win.
I have no love lost for She-Hulk. I never play her in this game, so if she doesn't come back, I wouldn't be upset, but I know she has her fans. I see her in Evo matches all the time. But maybe they could even do She-Hulk and Daredevil in some sort of lawyers DLC. And hey, put Phoenix Wright in there. That'd be perfect, right? But I don't think Phoenix Wright has a shot at coming back. I don't believe Akuma's part of the initial roster. I think the only Street Fighter characters are Ryu and Chun-Li, which is really strange. I was sure somebody from Street Fighter V would even make it in. So maybe they're saving that for DLC, I don't know. But yeah, you'd think Akuma would come in at some point. He's just always in these games. I'm a big fan of the Marvel vs. Capcom version of Chun-Li, though, so I'm excited to see that she's at least coming back for the Capcom side. I hope they don't change her up too much. I flubbed that. Oh no, he didn't block. I was kind of hoping we'd see Rashid added to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but I don't see it happening. I don't know, maybe, who knows? I guess it depends on who ends up being popular, when and if all the Season 2 characters come out.
take you on.
Let's make this quick.
Which X-Men do I want in the game? I mean, I would really like Phoenix to come back, but she doesn't make sense for a 2v2 fighter, unfortunately. She'd have to have a lot more life, and they'd have to have her Dark Phoenix trigger at like level 3 instead of level 5. But not counting for her, it'd be great to see Cyclops come back. It'd be great. Deadpool is not confirmed for the game, or even rumored at this point. It'd be great if Cable came back, since we haven't seen him since 2, and he could be on a tag team with Deadpool. That'd be a lot of fun. Also, I enjoyed Gambit in Marvel 2, and it'd be great to see him come back. Yeah, Cyclops really does belong in this game. It was strange that he wasn't in 3.
What are you doing?
You know, there's kind of like, there's the Trinity with DC heroes, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Marvel's got Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man for the Avengers. But, well, I guess Cap's in that group too. It kind of rotates. But when you think of the X-Men, you always think Storm, Cyclops, Wolverine. So it's really strange that when the X-Men are represented that Cyclops isn't there. Okay, now you're going to see how terrible I am with Spider-Man. Maybe I can at least launch him into an air combo. Yeah, I would love for Juggernaut to be in the game. I wasn't a fan of the way he played in 2, or really in the game before that, right? If they redo him a bit, I would love to give him another try. He's my favorite X-Men villain. Trish has not been rumored or confirmed for Marvel Infinite. Or Virgil, for that matter, so... Yeah, Capcom's got a real strange thing going on where they don't have all of their games represented. No Amaterasu, yet Arthur and Firebrand are going to be in the game, and I don't know anybody who plays Arthur. Very strange character selection so far.
I'll take you on.
All right, let's get it on.
Beautiful Joe isn't confirmed.
It's do or die.
Or rumored. E3 is going to be very telling. Omega Red would be cool, but I don't think he's very relevant anymore, so I don't think Marvel would allow them to put that character in the game. And Capcom can put in whoever they want, but they have to get it cleared with Marvel whenever they put a Marvel character in. Although, I don't know how political I want to get, but Russia as the bad guys could be something that Marvel wants to examine again these days. The idea of Emma Frost is cool, but I don't know what they would do that would make her unique enough to play. Kitty Pryde could be fun, though. I mean, you could have a character that drops through the floor and shows up behind the enemy, or passes through the opponent in the middle of a combo. I mean, that'd be a real mind trip of a character to play against. Ah, I messed that up. Let's launch you again. There. Nope. Not gonna happen. Moon Knight would be cool. He's definitely a character that's got more cachet these days. He's not rumored for the initial roster, but he'd be a great DLC character, yeah. Although if Moon Knight makes it into the game, I suspect they will not be bringing Gambit into the game. Their playstyles would seemingly be too similar. Ah, aerial counter. It's about the only thing I can do as Spider-Man is the air counters, which everybody can do.
Team aerial combo. Team aerial counter.
Another counter.
I think I can
Boy, we're really burning the clock down on these matches.
Crossover combination. KO. You win.
The Skrull Queen will be quite pleased.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
I'll take you on.
Let's get this mission started.
Can I play as a ×2, 3 next round? Could you restate that for me?
How boring. Advancing guard. Good.
Fire in the hole!
Danger.
Yeah, I'm in arcade mode. Oh, X23, I got you. Yeah, this is arcade mode. I'm not playing ranked. I actually don't have PlayStation Plus currently.
How boring.
Meteor smash!
Advancing guard. Reversal. How boring.
Come here! Tenderizer!
I mean, it'd be interesting if Winter Soldier was made a character. That would potentially steal a spot away from guys like the Punisher or anybody else who's more knives and guns heavy. But that leads me to consider costumes. You know, Bucky Cap is one of the possible costumes for Cap in this game.
Guess it's my turn.
I'm very curious to see what they do with costumes in Infinite. I would prefer that we get more than just one DLC costume per character next time. Or, shock of all shocks, that we have true unlockable costumes in games again. Kind of like Injustice is doing.
Good! Insect! Come here!
Well, potentially could be the end of the road for me.
Death penalty!
Yeah.
Meteor smash!
I'm stuck with the guy I don't know how to use. Spider-Man looks really cool, I'll give him that.
Get ready!
Nah, that's not gonna do anything. Oh, I got him! Alright, well let's X Factor up and pray.
Advancing guard.
Open fire! Mission's over! Eat it!
Danger. KO.
There we go.
You win.
That's why JJ pays me the big bucks.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that we're not, since we're copying, pasting as many characters as they are, I'm surprised we're not getting more in Infinite at launch.
I'll take you on.
I've fought in more wars than you can count.
It's do or die. Fight. Advancing guard. Reversal. Crossover assist.
Get him. Yeah.
Level 2. Crossover assist.
Nice, nice, nice. Cap blocked everything, but I got his assist pretty nicely.
Crossover assist. Danger. Great.
Boy, I need to get a snapback going. Give me some meter.
Crossover attack. Level 3. Advancing guard. Crossover assist.
There we go. Just who I wanted out on the field.
Danger. Down. Yes.
Allow me.
Crossover attack. We shall triumph. Level 1.
I've been well, Tristan.
Attack. Level 4.
And he blocked the whole thing.
Crossover attack. Crossover attack.
Nice.
Sweet. Cool. Advancing guard.
That's no good.
To my realm.
Level 1. Reversal.
Get him. Dormammu. There's another character that you'd think would have been in the base roster, especially after Doctor Strange. But no.
For victory.
Cool. Danger. Down.
Oh yes, Liam. This is probably my favorite stage in Ultimate.
Yes. Level danger. Down.
Darn.
Yes. X-Factor.
No, that's not gonna work.
Having fun yet?
Was having more fun before Spidey came out. I have seen the SEC Thor pack. I'm surprised so many characters are getting first-time releases in that box set when we're already expecting a Thor wave this fall. So I wonder if we're looking at another Raft box set situation where we get everybody again a couple months later with different paint jobs.
You are not unlike an ant fighting the sun.
That's enough. Surrender now.
The battle for Earth. Get ready to brawl. Fight. Advancing guard.
There's Wesker.
Yes.
As of yet, missing from the next game. Silver Surfer, that would be a great guy to include, right?
Cool.
But that would require Marvel admitting that the Fantastic Four have worth. So, he's probably not going to be in the game.
Cool. Level 2.
Oh, I do not like Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yes.
Insect.
I'm going to try not to game over, but I just cannot use Spidey.
Great. Level 3.
Come on.
Good. Crossover assist. Breakaway.
Yeah, I don't want Dormammu behind me. Ah.
Crossover combination.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Level 2.
You will die.
No.
Now you
All right, here we go. We got this.
You will
Level 3.
I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him.
or die.
Yes. Danger.
No. I was totally blocking.
Level 4.
That was a bad move.
Global destruction.
Yep.
Oh.
Timed that terribly.
I will begin consumption of
Continue. 9.
All right, let me put my main team on and we'll just finish this up.
Marvel Vs Capcom 3. That's right. The third chapter. The superheroes are all here. Who will rise to the top?
The game even knows which direction I'm going.
Great choice. The battle for Earth. Go for broke. Fight. First attack. Great. Cool. Awesome.
Oh. Guns.
Advancing guard. Danger.
Okay.
Crossover attack. Level 1.
One hit, come on. There we go. I am gonna miss the quasi-cell shaded art style of the new game, or in the new game rather.
Allow me.
Submit.
Level 1.
Ah, snapbacks.
Level 2.
That's alright, everybody has their own interests. At least you're watching.
Advancing guard.
No. Ah, he's not fast enough. Okay. Well, we'll win this with spamming.
You have saved the Earth.
Alright guys, I'm at 42 minutes. I'm really surprised that YouTube hasn't dropped this stream yet, so I'm going to call that a night, but thanks for joining me guys. This was fun. Glad we got to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom.